Okay, so we've been going over 5.5 and understanding how to use functions, like different operations on functions. So what we're doing is understanding that if I give you a function f of x equals 3 square root of x, and I get a function g of x, and it is negative 10 square root of x, and if we have to add those two functions together, they're going to do something like this, almost like a shorthand. And so then we're going to say, okay, if I take the function f of x and I add it to g of x, so we're going to have 3 square root of x plus my g, which is negative 10 square root of x. And so what we have to remember is, what do we do with these operations? Well, we're going to add or subtract our coefficients. So we have 3 minus 10, and we're going to keep our radical or square root of x because you have the same base here. And so we're going to get negative 7 square root of x, and that is what we are going to do. That's all we're going to do today. I know it says to evaluate if x is a given number. We're not doing that, and we're also not looking at domain. Although if we were to look at the domain, we would say, what would be the domain if I added these two together? So what would this graph, like what would those x values look like? But I don't want you to do that quite yet. Okay, so now let's look at the same thing. Let's say we are going to subtract those two. So I have, again, it was that f of x, and we had 3 square root of x, and our g of x, and we had negative 10 square root of x. And so they're going to write it as f minus g, and order matters here. And so we're going to say, okay, what happens when I take the function of x and I subtract it with my g of x? What do we do here? So we're going to take our 3 square root of x minus, now I have a negative 10 square root of x. And hopefully we know when we have two of those negatives, we're going to add that. So this becomes 13 square root of x. Okay, so then if I did another one and I had f of x equals x squared, and I have g of x equals the square root of x. Okay, now they're going to say, okay, what happens if I multiply these two functions? So I'm going to take my f of x, which is x squared, and notice there's nothing here, so it's like multiplication. And so we're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to have x squared. I'm going to multiply it by the square root of x. Okay, and again, we're not evaluating when the x value is a different like a different value, or we're not doing domain and range. Okay, so what this means is, remember, this means x squared times x to 1/2. These mean the same thing. And so when we have the same base and we're multiplying, we add our fraction or our exponents. So we get x 2 and 1/2, which is the same thing as x to 5 halves. And that is my answer. Okay, and then now they could say, okay, well, what do I do if I'm going to divide them? So if I divide f over g of x, so we're going to have our x squared over our square root of x. And so remember what that means is x squared and then x to 1/2. When we are dividing and we have the same base, we subtract our exponents, and so we end up with x, this is 2 over 1 minus 1/2, right? And adding and subtracting fractions, some of you may already know this, common denominator, so this becomes 4 over 2 minus 1/2. And so this becomes 4 minus 1, which is 3 over 2, so 3 over 2. And that is my answer.